Hi there, everyone. Ilani here.
And Lisa.
We're from Crazy, where we help build emotional intelligence, esteem, and confidence in children, and help busy parents find ways to connect in their busy lives. Right? So today we'll be talking about good communications in children and how that's an important pillar in emotional intelligence, how that has a profound impact on their lives, right? So we're going to be giving a couple of points throughout several videos. So we're going to start with the first two, right?
So yeah, when we talk about the communications, although yes, a lot of things that we do are very art related, so obviously it is going to be related in that sense. But there are also other ways you can communicate with your kids. So we just want to share with you some from our experiences and stories, and ways for you to maybe communicate with your own children.
Right. So number one, now good communication skills, it helps children express their thoughts and feelings in a healthy and productive ways. Now, kids, they have young children, they have very limited vocabulary, like words. They find it really hard to find the right words to express themselves. So arts is the perfect way to communicate. It's a safe supportive environment to express themselves.
And they're still also building up their vocabulary as they are growing older, right? So maybe they're just like certain things that are, certain emotions, maybe they haven't found the right word, or they don't know how to express it yet. Confusion or anger, maybe a little bit of like which is which, right? What are you angry at exactly? So yeah, we have this like really interesting
we'll tell you a little. It's the story time, a bit of the story time.
Yeah.
Right. So
you go.
So we were consulted a short while back. We were consulted by a friend who runs a after school tuition program. So she had this boy that was lashing out both verbally and physically. So, and apparently at home too. So he was having a meltdown. We shall call the young man Zach. So Zach was having a major meltdown, and it was pretty hard to help him. So we were asked to see if we could help, right? So we came in one afternoon, and I started doing a little art session with him, and wanted him to write a storybook. So it just started with for him to choose the two animals and tell the story. So one animal, he chose the seal. So one seal led to, in the end, it became a monster, two monsters, right? And so one story led to another, and it became an energy absorbing monster, right? So towards the end, he opened up and said, teacher, I have a secret to tell you. I said, what is it, Zach? I'm the other monster. Mama was the other monster. But he just ended, and it was a little confusing at first, and we had a conversation with mom, and everything became clearer. So the background story is that Zach has been Zach has been suffering a huge case of eczema, right? And it's been getting worse, and his first 5 years has been spending with his mom, right? And mom now is going back to work, and mom is also feeling stressed and alone from having to take care of Zach, with hospital stays and his eczema. And Zach was feeling really, really angry. So we found out that he was actually lashing out because he was angry, right? And we managed to get him the right pediatric help and also a child therapist in the end. So yeah, so that was story about Zach, unless Lisa wants to
No, I think
yeah.
just at the end of the day, it's just like how, like we were saying, like, they might have, art is just an expressive way for us to get information. So, parents need to be, I guess, aware. Like, you sit down with the kids and you sort of like, get them to draw something and ask the right questions. Most time you can tap into the
Inner thoughts.
So like they might not be able to say it out loud to you, or maybe uncomfortable to say it out loud to an adult. But when you sort of like make and this is also part of art therapy. I think a lot of it goes into art therapy. It's just like something that you can do with the kids as well. You want to get conversation going. So that the story with Zach is just like a good way of seeing it at work and finding out what's bothering a 4-year-old.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to add add in the fact that kids always want to please their parents, so that kind of like stops them from expressing themselves. So in this art, I mean, going back to Zach, so in his art, you could see that in his drawing, how actually his drawing was filled with anger. Was talking about monsters eating each other and then absorbing the energy from the other monsters. So
Anger.
so kids,
It's anger. They don't convey it as anger. They wouldn't know how to say it as anger, but they can draw it as like monster eating, things like
Right.
that. So that's how they express
and
it.
then as it turned out, he was angry. Mom was going back to work and he felt that he was alone and not understood, not heard, and yeah, so he felt alone, and that made him angry. So that was expressed. So the bottom line is,
Yeah.
arts gives children the tools to find the right words to express themselves,
And also
in a
why communication with children is important as well. So yeah, we're gonna end today with that story. So we'll share with you another story and how communication in children is like very important, and in emotional intelligence.
Till next time, bye.
Bye.